We will do better, and we will start making ourselves.
That was a promise made by Fort Worth Police Chief Jeffrey Halstead just a couple of weeks ago after a report that was critical of his department. Tonight, the chief faces the folks in a community forum. That invitation came just a couple of weeks ago, and Chief, you did not hesitate when you got the invitation to say, yeah, I'll be there.
No, you're exactly right, Tim, and good morning to you and Lauren. I think it was really important that the community leaders wanted to reach out to us very quickly after Ferguson, Missouri. And what they were concerned about was establishing positive relationships, having really great dialogue with our young students as well as young leaders out there. But we really got to start working collectively. Every chief of police in this nation needs to make an aggressive effort to build stronger partnerships with our next generation of residents. I think that's critical moving forward.
And you started out as a street officer back in Phoenix just a few years ago. And you
Yes,
know
sir.
that when a police officer meets somebody, it's very frequently, unfortunately, in a stressful situation, frequently a stressful situation for a family, and that raises the stress level for everybody, including the officer.
You know, it does, and we've held three similar forums in high schools within Fort Worth Independent School District. And what we found out is that a lot of young drivers really don't know what to do when they're stopped by the police officers. I think this dialogue is going to help, but really on our side, within the organization, the policing profession will change with the advent of on-officer camera systems. I'm a firm believer in that. Fort Worth is one of the largest organizations that have adopted this technology. I want an accurate video of exactly what happened, what the communication was like, what was that scene like before our officers were forced to make a decision that could be criticized for months.
Most people in Fort Worth are never going to have, I mean, this is a great opportunity to actually meet the police chief. Most are going to meet a beat officer. How's the trickle down? You've had a change in attitude, a change in outlook. How's that going to trickle down to the troops?
Well, that is one of the biggest challenges I face, and I think every chief of police face, especially within a large police department. We have over 1,600 police officers, 2,000 employees, but really the tone has to be set from me and the executive administration. But I tell you, this is one of the greatest cities to be a chief of police. The community support in Fort Worth is overwhelming, and even through very difficult times, keeping in mind that in 2009, after the Rainbow Lounge, there was a lot of troubled relationships, but we came together, we sat down and worked out tough issues, and we made historic positive change, and we did it because we worked together.
We both know that police officers tend to think that they're at war, and unfortunately sometimes think they're at war with the community. How do you change that? You know they're not going to sit around and sing songs and hold hands. That's just not the way things work in a police agency. How do you change that attitude? Is it a lot more kind of soft policing and reaching out to the community, which then in turn takes officers off the streets?
Well, I'll tell you, within the Fort Worth Police Department, and I've seen this in literally every North Texas Police Department, we have such strong community partnerships and community bonds. We really have an anchor relationship here with our neighborhood police officers. And I think what's really imperative is to remind every officer, and literally this is a daily reminder, 95 to 97% of our residents are very law-abiding, very supportive of our mission. It just happens that we continually contact maybe this 3 to 5%. The officers need better training. Our supervisors need more leadership training. And I think in working these collaborative relationships with our community, we are going to see a new generation of policing that is smarter, more efficient, technologically advanced, but it's never going to get back to the fact that we need to talk to people. We need to build trust and build strong partnerships. And really that trickle down has to occur immediately in every organization from some of the troubling headlines we've seen across the nation. Absolutely.
Well, tonight, Chief, thank you for your time. And tonight, your chance to
Thank you, Tim.
Meet the chief and question him. He says nothing's off limits tonight from 6 to 7:30 at the Haltom City Recreation Center, and more information on the web. So thanks for your time, Chief.